wanted to take a negative term and flip it. I mean, look at my necklace. It says Bossy. To me, that means I'm with it. I'm a natural leader. I speak my mind. I'm forthright. I'm honest. You can trust me. We're in this together, and I'm about bringing my community forward. I'm Aishetu Dozie, but everybody calls me Aisha. I'm the founder and CEO of Bossy Cosmetics. One of the most amazing things about working on Wall Street, particularly in investment banking, is that you start at the bottom of the totem pole where you are fetching coffee for people. And I was certainly the errand lady, and I was always, for the most part actually, throughout my career, the only Black woman. The skills that you learn in that kind of industry are super transferable, particularly for me. You learn how to really assert yourself when you're the only one in the room. You learn how to make mistakes, but jump right back up. And I think that's the same you learn in the beauty industry. You learn that you're always learning. Because in investment banking, every deal is different from the next deal. And so no matter how amazing you are at the last deal, the new deal is gonna crush you. You're looking for the new deal that's innovative and that's cutting edge. And so that hunger, that curiosity, that constant yearning for learning, it really prepared me for a career in beauty, just having done that for 20 years. I had really burnt out as an investment banker. I was traveling around the world and I was spending less time with my children. And I wanted to really spend some more time thinking about, what does it mean to be a woman in business? What does it mean to have economic power as a woman, and beyond just helping men have economic power, which is basically what I did as an investment banker. Wearing makeup has always been my war paint. You put on your clothes, those are your battle gear, and you get your war paint going. I put on a red lip when I want to be bold. I have different colors and different ways I want to look. Help me be prepared when I go into those meetings with a whole bunch of guys. I wanted it to be bold for people, but I wanted it to last the whole working day. You don't have to go to work and keep applying it, right? So you can be a badass all day. I knew that we had to encapsulate the whole range of women who show up in the workplace, who show up in the world, what we look like, and we're every single type of color in between. You go into a traditional beauty brand and they'll show you nude, and that's not nude for me at all, right? We did this campaign last year where we showed different ways to look at nude. Nude is different for me, for a Caucasian woman, for an Asian woman, for a Hispanic woman, depending on your undertones and your ethnicity. Our new collection that we're designing has these beautiful bottles. They are made in China. The formulation, the lab that we work with, is in Italy. So by January, early February, we started to hear that we're gonna be delayed. There's gonna be a delay. There's gonna be a delay. So our entire supply chain right now, our new collection that we had hoped to launch by now, I'm not sure when it's gonna be launched. At the beginning of this, I have to tell you, I was like having so much anxiety around, oh my God, I had all these plans for this year. And, we have this gorgeous collection called the Power Woman Essentials. We were going to go out of lipsticks and start to do eyeshadows and different lines. And I kind of fell into this rabbit hole. And then very quickly I realized that I have this community of, over 20-something thousand people who follow us across social media and who are on our email lists. And I need to find out how they're doing. Because if we are really saying that we are our sister's keeper and that we target ambitious working women, what does it mean to be ambitious right now? What does it mean to be a working woman right now? I really tried to start to change the way I thought about this pandemic and put myself in the shoes of my customers, who I call bosses. And if I am them and they are me, what would I want to see? Last year, when things were really moving, I tried to keep myself behind and let the brand and the product speak for themselves. But right now, a lot of customers have communicated that they love seeing when I share information about my family, what I'm doing with my boys, how I get dressed for Zoom calls. especially right now with this pandemic and homeschooling and everything. I mean, it's hard for everyone. So my basic philosophy is, my children, my family, my husband are critical, right? They're not optional, and myself. So I actually took I don't know if I'd call this selfish, I call it essential. I decided to put myself before my husband and my children. So I'm number one. And when I first became a mom, it was the reverse. My kids were number one, my family was number one, and then I came second. And then I quickly crumbled after a few years of trying to do that. So now I put myself first. I do check-ins with myself, I meditate a lot, I pray a lot, and I just try to stay calm. So I focus on my self-care, my mental health, my emotional well-being. And then I make sure that my kids are okay. And they're pretty easy to satisfy, right? You've got to feed them, you've got to clothe them, and just kind of make sure they're doing the right things with respect to friends and school and that. And then I spend the rest of the time working. You've got to stop living for the resume. You really need to live for what sets your soul on fire and what keeps you really excited. I have this saying, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. And so I had done little drops of water over the years to have an ocean of a career in investment banking. And now I'm telling myself, okay, you're starting again with the little drops of water in beauty, but you just have to keep doing it till the ocean comes. And it's painful in the beginning, but I've done this journey before and I know that it will come. But I will be more satisfied if I do it in something that's really amazing and exciting to me than something I just can't stand.